Morning, everyone, and welcome to Unique, Not Different. With me, I have Mr. Marlon Parieaho. Did I pronounce that correct?
Yes, you did.
I literally just asked him how to pronounce his surname. I think I sent a picture. When they posted up, you guys would see Mr. Parieaho and his family. Mr. Parieaho got blind during the course of his life, and since then, he did not let that stop him. Mr. Parieaho is attached to the Crime and Investigative Unit.
Organized Crime and Intelligence Unit.
Organized Crime and Intelligence Unit, and he was or is a criminal analyst.
I'm still a criminal analyst, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's get started. And when the picture is available, can you all please just show it, and I'll come back to the picture. Mr. Parieaho, happy belated Father's Day.
Thank you.
Did you enjoy?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed the customary socks and underwear that comes with Father's Day, yes.
Okay. And in how long have you been blind?
This year would make it 8 years. I got blind due to glaucoma in 2011.
Okay, and how long have you been married?
I have been married for, let me see, since 2001,
Oh.
so that'd be 18 years.
Your wife might have said, I had to think about that.
Well,
So, the reason why I ask is because you got blind during the course of a marriage.
yes.
You had kids then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is possible
So-
to have kids while blind, yes.
No. I mean prior to getting
Yes,
blind.
I had one daughter before I went blind, and the other two, I have no idea what they look like.
Right. And I have a question coming up. That.
Right.
In terms of transitioning your family life, your daughter, if she had the knowledge then, or the sense to know, okay, my daddy could see, and now my daddy can't see. How was that transition like within the family unit?
Well, the transition would be difficult because something like a disability, it's a problem with families who do not have the information. I always tell persons, whilst blindness is a problem, it's not the problem.
Right.
The problem is ignorance.
Right.
So if you as the person with the disability does not know, and your family do not know, that's a whole big pile of don't know.
Exactly.
And then you'll have problems eventually. So I
Yeah.
had to learn a lot of things, and then my family had to learn a lot of things as well. So my first daughter, she knew me seeing up until I think the age of 6.
Oh.
And then after that I went blind, and it was harder for her than the other two.
Right.
As far as my other two children are concerned,
know you
that's
a blind.
quote unquote
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't see, the other two don't, well, none of them see me as a blind person. They just see me as daddy, period.
Of course.
Yes,
Yeah. And your wife, was it difficult?
Of course,
for
it
her?
would have been difficult.
Right.
Sometimes I am afraid to walk up the street with my wife because she's always set like a snake.
Yeah.
For people looking at me a particular way.
Yeah.
And I have to try to understand that, listen, although I'm walking down the street and I don't know when people are looking at me or pointing or anything like that,
Yeah.
she is the one seeing it. So I have to understand it from her perspective.
It is, I think it's a natural instinct that
Yes.
your loved one tend to be more, I wouldn't say vicious, but sensitive more than you when people, stare.
Of
Or,
course.
they tend to be, and you have to be like, no, calm down.
Yes.
Calm
yes.
down,
Quick to fight, yes.
Right, and I mentioned that you are part of, the
Police service.
police service.
Right.
You worked there before.
Yes. I'm still working there.
Right. And in terms of transitioning back into that workforce, because it's commendable that you went back into that your specific task, because some people, a lot of persons with disability or who acquire that disability during the course of their life tend to be either they get fired
Right.
or demoted.
Right.
But you maintained your position.
Yes.
Can you explain in terms of the transition?
Well, I was diagnosed with glaucoma on All Fools Day in 2011. I thought it was a joke.
Right.
But it was no joke. The doctor told me that you will never see again. There's nothing that can be done. And here's some information about Blind Welfare Association of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, the problem is not necessarily blindness, but ignorance. And my ignorance, as with a lot of persons, because they associate blindness and blind welfare with basket making. And I was one of those persons. Okay. Not realizing that the person, especially the person who dropped me off today, is another police officer named Lyndon Fraser. He had a cousin that still works at blind welfare. And he told me, listen, no, it's not about basket making. You can learn how to use your computer.
Exactly.
You can use how to use your phone. You can learn to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, blind people don't know how to use the computer. Blind people don't even know how to use the toilet. What are you talking about?
Right.
So it's a lot of ignorance. And I learned from blind welfare, and then I learned from another organization called PAVI, and who could use more computer more than me.
Right.
And because of that now, what happens is that I keep learning more and more and more.
Yeah.
So now I'm quite efficient where I work. So I reached a stage where I used to ask persons, I used to dictate my reports to persons. Yeah. Now I practically type reports for people, sighted people, because I can type so fast.
Have you noticed that since becoming blind, your other instincts and senses develop more? Well,
yes, it would. Now, the thing is, I'm not Daredevil.
Right. Conservative.
Some people feel that because you're blind that you can hear someone frying fish in Talparu or something like that. No, it doesn't work like that. Because I do not have sight, all my other senses tend to try to compensate.
Good.
So like, for example, I will know where doorways are because I can feel the difference in temperature, subtle differences in temperature as I go towards the door.
Right.
A sighted a person with no disability may not feel that because they don't have to.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not that I hear better than the other person. I probably would hear it first.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. You represented the country in Toastmaster champion. I have a story to give with that. when I heard that Laura S. told me, she quickly mentioned it, right? And I said, oh Lord, how will you get a toaster in here, right? And I was thinking, what patterns and if we have time and stuff. And my instinct telling me, go online, type up Toastmaster champion. And I said, oh Lord, I would have let down myself. So can you explain quickly what is Toastmaster champion? And I see you have your badge.
Yes, badges.
Badges.
Toastmasters has absolutely nothing to do with toast. First and foremost, it's a club that deals with communication and leadership, advancement of the individual. And you learn by doing.
Yeah.
So what happens is that it deals with what you were made aware of is where I went to Haiti and represented the country in the tables topics segment of the speech competition. They have a speech competition twice a year, and they have Toastmasters from all over the world actually at the international level. I went there at the district level and I came third in table topics. Table topics meaning that they ask everybody a particular question and you have to answer the question off the cuff in 2 to 3 minutes and answer it properly. And it works very well with interviews like this one.
I'm not surprised because I asked a new question and you're so eloquent, well spoken, and you're quick to correct.
I've had a lot of practice.
Yes, so it's like magnificent and I'm not surprised. I just want to end off in terms of your field because right now, the country are not delving into, things that we're not supposed to talk about.
Right.
But in terms of being a criminal analyst and what's going on in the country,
right.
What would you like to tell Trinidad and Tobago in terms of people who, we have a lot of unemployment and so on, and people thinking about going into the wrong things. This is a bad joke, sorry guys. Going into the wrong things. And what would you like to tell them about the consequences?
Well, basically what I would say is that you always play the hand that you're dealt.
Right.
And if you're playing, play to win. When I planned out my life, I said, there was no way I said, let me see, I'm going to marry by 20, I'm going to have my own house by 30, and by 31 I'm going to go blind.
Right.
That wasn't in the plan. But it happened anyway.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide what you want to, which direction you want to go with your life.
Yeah.
I always tell persons again that when life gives you lemons, why settle for just lemonade?
Yeah.
What about lemon pie and lemon cake and lemon ice cream?
Yeah.
Because I want not just to cope in spite of my blindness. I want to excel in spite of my blindness and because of my blindness. I want to be in a position where that a person with a disability can do things
right.
and it will be commonplace in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
And the same way how I can stick to it and learn and get things done is the same way someone who does not have a disability can do the same. Now, if there are persons who say, you can do anything you want if you just put your mind to it.
Yes, that is a common
I am not saying that just like that. I am saying that because I'm a living testament of that.
Yeah.
You understand? If I can do it, remain in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service because of the support that I had from both the Commissioner of Police and other supervisors,
yeah.
and I can't see past my nose,
yeah.
what is your excuse?
Right. So with that, I want to say thank you so much. And seriously, you speak so well.
Thank you.
Yes, and guys, I think Rishi would explain the back joke because I can't leave you all hanging.
Yeah, because I have no idea about it.
So, thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
And this was another segment of Unique Not Different with me, Shamla. Until next week, be good, do good. Bye, guys.